Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Welcome to the video. Welcome to the video. I am happy to be here to do another Kendrick video. And it is going to be a live reaction to the WRI channels video, which is the industry reacts Kendrick Lamar takes Toronto. Now, I'm sure I've watched a little bit of the video, but I have not watched the whole thing. So I am sure in this video, we are going to see a lot of Drake in the Supremes. Pardon me. And y'all know, if you listen to any of my recent videos, Drake's Supremes would be academics, mall, and bottom five. So I know they must be in this video. Probably, I don't know, too many clips to count, I'm sure. So let's get into it. And again, this is a reaction to the WRI channel's video. The industry reacts Kendrick Lamar takes Toronto. So let's jump into it. They get bottom five. It didn't take us how many? 14 seconds in. 14 seconds into this video. And we already got bottom five right here. Oh, hold on. I am not sharing my screen. My bad. Let me correct that right now. My. What's going on with me on this Friday? Can't react to a video you all can't see. Okay? So let's start it over. All right. I got it right this time, y'all. Don't blame it on me. Blame it on the tequila. Here we go.
Do you think that Kendrick could come to Toronto and do a big show without any problems?
I don't know, man.
You know how connected Drake is in Toronto as far as with government officials and who else?
Top five and all these niggas. You got wild niggas in Canada.
You mean bottom five?
There's two niggas I need dead. You and Kendrick.
There he is. There he is. Bottom five. There we got academics up at the top. That's two of the Supremes right there. I have no idea who this one is up in the upper left. So, and don't care. So,
like I said again, Canada's not sweet.
You really think that Kendrick Lamar show is happening in Toronto?
Yeah.
Apparently he got two of them there.
That shit's gonna be canceled.
Oh, poor thing. It was not canceled. Bottom five. It was not canceled.
First of all, I don't think Canada want Kendrick there anyway.
I don't know if Kendrick is booking the show at the Scotiabank Arena and people not showing up to just boo him.
Can't even trust people at the airport. Who can you really trust in Toronto?
I think
this, you know what this goes to show though? This goes to show that if Drake thought he was the sixth god and the god also of all of Canada, because the way he talked to us in his music, he made us feel that he was the one. He is Canada's Michael Jackson. That's what Drake was giving us, right? And obviously, even from what these folks are saying, they bought into it. They said Drake got the government on his side in Canada. He has, all of these street thugs on his side in Canada. He has the people in Canada. It is just absolutely no way that Drake's nemesis could roll up in Toronto. Just no way. How wrong were these people? Like I said, loud and wrong.
everybody that goes to a Kendrick show in Toronto is going there strictly to try to ruin his show.
What?
Is the Kendrick Lamar beef that deep, or is it just music?
You can't come to Toronto.
So it's real life, it's not just music.
You're damn right. Why do you think everything's a joke? We're serious motherfucking guys.
Okay.
But remember, Drake has to.
Bottom five needs to be in somebody's prison in Canada because, he just wants to be that one. He strikes me, though, as a crash out dummy for real. He really does strike me as a crash out dummy. And I'm not I don't know all about his history. I know he has a criminal history. I know I think he either got out off of a murder charge or something with a murder charge. So I don't doubt that this man would be willing to be a crash out dummy, just like we've seen other people be crash out dummies for entertainers on their supposedly on their behalf. So bottom 5 definitely strikes me as the type who would be down with that.
To perform in LA and all these other places in the States too.
You don't think he could go there, do his little push-ups, eat his fried rice, and you know what I mean, rap Not Like Us at New Hope King?
That's the last place he's ever gonna be.
Okay, bottom 5. Bottom 5. Not only did he go there, he didn't have, of course, Kendrick Lamar wasn't going to show up at that restaurant, but he didn't have to. The people of Toronto showed up at the restaurant, and we all saw that clip.
This is another thing, too, I don't like about y'all pussy-ass Kendrick fans. Yo, when I bring Top 5 on here and Top 5 saying he want to
Bottom 5.
smoke Kendrick for Kendrick disrespecting, y'all niggas be like, why acting sign violence? Well, why these
You
pussy-ass
are.
niggas talking about fades? When it comes to
Somebody catching a fade and somebody talking about they want to smoke somebody is not the same thing. Y'all, let me tell you, when I tell y'all I despise academics, I despise this man because he loves to fan the flames of violence to try to get people to shed blood in the street while he's hiding out in his basement in New Jersey. I despise this dude so much.
To Toronto, these niggas gotta call me back. Call me.
So you tell me that Kendrick can't go to New Hope King and get that fried rice?
I'm gonna give him something better than that fried rice.
Oh, bottom 5. You're exhausting at this point.
Any black Torontonian that goes to this show is a racial cook.
Come on, man.
Did he call him a racial cook? That's what Diddy into. I mean, huh? And how does that tie back to? I mean, not the racial cook. He's just Diddy's a cook. But okay, let's keep going.
That sounds like you've been hanging with Kanye.
At some point, this is hip hop. It's all contact. At some point, we're gonna get some killers who are gonna say, "Well, our interpretation of contact is we don't do fights. We shoot."
You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? This drunk alcoholic ninja is always trying to incite something. And if something had, God, thank God, nothing happened to anybody. Because I don't want to see anything happen to Drake, and I damn sure don't want to see anything happen to Kendrick. So thank God that did not happen. But if something had, he would be the first one on his page talking about that. Oh man, this is so sad. We didn't want to see this happen. We didn't want to see this happen, and I don't know why these boys be wilding out like this and all of this, and people just don't know how to keep things, battle just a battle on wax and not take it to the streets. He would be the first one to say that. The first one.
Shootings. Let me tell you something. Yo, I heard they got a Canada version of the show that's straight dissing. I'm just telling you.
Yeah, but let me tell you something about Kendrick. Kendrick sucks, and he's abusing SZA. What do you think the f*** is gonna
What lies? Bottom 5. Oh my God.
happen when it comes to my city? I just want 2 people right now, man. I'm not. It's not a threat. I'm just looking for Metro Boomin and Kendrick Lamar.
I'm getting word that they got a special video that when they come to that Rogers Arena or the Rogers Stadium, they're about to drop a video dissing the Gigi's. I'm just letting you know.
Kendrick is doing Stadium Tours 1 and doing the stadium in Toronto. June 12th. June 12th.
Oof. You know how connected Drake is?
I don't think
as far as with the government in Toronto.
I don't think they would play those games.
All right.
Kendrick, book a show in Toronto.
He did, Maul. He did book a show in Toronto, Maul.
Drake, book a show at the Crypto. And let's goddamn see what happens. Fuck it.
Drop.
What they said would not happen, it happened.
How do you tell somebody that you care about deeply, I told you so?
After all Drake has done for that city, Drake gave that city a whole identity, gave him a number to rep.
I would feel the way if I was Drake.
I don't know if Drake could say.
Now, you know what? That's one thing I will not begrudge Drake. Somebody call him great. If Drake felt some kind of way, I don't actually have a problem with Drake feeling some kind of way. Not that if he felt some kind of way that Kendrick had Toronto fans, that I say is stupid. Okay. So I don't shoot him any bail on that. If Drake felt some kind of way because he did not expect his hometown to demand an encore and he felt some way about that part of it, I'll shoot him a little bail on that. Because I don't think LA would have ever stood up and demanded an encore from him dissing Kendrick Lamar. I just don't think I would see it, especially if it's an arena full of mostly LA people. I just don't think that would have happened. So if Drake is salty about that part of it, the Toronto people giving him or demanding an encore from Kendrick, I'll shoot him a little bail on that. But if he's a little bit salty that Kendrick Lamar actually has thousands and thousands and thousands of fans in Canada, that he's an idiot, a total idiot.
Say he's a sixth god if this is how it's going down. This was last night I was in awe. What is going on out here?
Yeah, see that part right there. Oh, I loved it so much. But I cannot imagine LA, an arena in LA standing up and singing a diss song to Kendrick word for word. That part I almost, because it's a popular song. Okay, fine. But then to demand the encore. That is the only part where I say if Drake is salty about that, okay, you can be salty about that because poor thing. I know you didn't expect that from your hometown. You should expect they would rock out with the song. You could even expect they would sing most of all the song. Maybe they would be quiet on certain parts. But you get it, right? You get it. People are fans of songs, artists, and all of that. But when they demanded an encore and Canada was the only stop on the North American tour, Canada was the only stop that demanded an encore, and not only one night, but 2 nights in a row. Yeah.
Get more love in the city that you from. Lie detector test determined that was a lie.
Yo, check on Drake, man. If y'all know him, check on the man. Because for him to get an encore in the city of the biggest artist of the century, or the biggest artist, right, of the song that he's suing about to UMG in his hometown, that gotta hurt some feelings.
Kendrick, that's what I'm saying. And I also want to know, because in all of this with the beef and all that, obviously Drake is not a very well-liked person, clearly, right? Regardless of his commercial success, regardless of his popularity, which nobody can deny his commercial success. People just don't. Why? I am still confused by how many people appear to passionately dislike Drake. I mean, because even when you think about how the industry and how they acted at the Grammys, that audience at the Grammys, the front row, the people sitting on the floor, his peers, how they were just all like bobbing the Not Like Us and Taylor Swift out there trying to twerk. Like, these people really hate Drake. And when I saw what happened in Toronto, I'm like, Drake, what did you do? Because one thing we know about the entertainment industry, it is full of snakes, underhanded, pariahs, all the things, all the bad things. There's a lot of that in the entertainment industry. So what is it that you, though, seem to be a standout far as people like just not liking you after 15 years of topping the charts. It's in some ways it's kind of like baffling.
Is the first rapper to sell out multiple nights at the Rogers Center. Round of applause.
If it was Winnipeg, if it was Edmonton, if it was another part of Canada, yes.
Winnipeg.
But not Toronto. Toronto, that's supposed to be my city. It's supposed to be my town.
What? Oh, nah, bro. In your
Toronto niggas is a special breed. I've never seen this before. You can't disrespect Detroit and go perform that in Detroit. Won't happen.
They were happy. They were chanting. The whole stadium was chanting all the parts that are in that lawsuit.
They went and tore up New Ho King.
They did. New Ho King even offered free drinks to the Kendrick fans. Free drinks. Rounds on us. Rounds on us. New Ho King.
I saw them Crip walking in New Ho King last night. They was. I'm not even making this up. They was Crip walking in New Ho King.
No.
Singing Not Like Us. They was ordering chow mein.
New Ho King. Remember that restaurant? New Ho King. Canada's out in that. Remember that place? Yeah. It officially felt like it damn near, but just might as well just be a restaurant for Kendrick.
New Ho King afterwards. This is New Ho King in Canada.
Now imagine just for a second, no matter how you feel about Drake, and on this channel, especially for me, I'm Kendrick all day long, okay? But just imagine for a second if you were Drake. Just imagine if you were Drake. Hey, Jersey girl, thank you for the comments. I'm just seeing those. Oh my gosh, and you got quite a few out here. Thank you for the comments. Appreciate that. Oh my goodness. But just imagine. Oh yeah, you're right, Jersey girl. See, let me stop trying to multitask because now I'm reading your comments. It is not good for me to be trying to multitask on Friday afternoon and already have, like tequila right here beside me. That's not working. So let me focus. Rein it in, Sandy. Rein it in. But yeah, imagine if you were Drake and this was your hometown. That's gotta suck. That's really, really, really gotta suck.
Yo, what is New Ho King?
Oh my God, bro.
Oh, hell no, man.
That's the little
Chinese spot that Drake and Kendrick was talking about in the song.
Oh, in the songs.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yes. Is it embarrassing for your rival rapper to come into your city and perform the diss records and have the fanfare? Yeah, it is, right? It's embarrassing, right?
I know.
It is embarrassing. There is no way around it. And I like this comment from Jersey Girl where she said, people don't remember when Drake mocked his own people. He said they talked ignorant and stupid. So I don't feel sorry for him at all. I was not aware of that. If that would help kind of explain how Drake thought Toronto saw him as Michael Jackson. Toronto clearly does not see him. Drake sees himself as Michael Jackson because he's referenced himself as such in songs, but Toronto clearly does not see him as Michael Jackson. They see him more like like Joffrey or King Joffrey or something off of Game of Thrones, some weird shit like that, but definitely not Michael Jackson. But I didn't know that, so that is very interesting. I didn't know that he had mocked them. That might be a part of what's going down there. Let's say, but he let another grown man tell him he was going to beat him up and take his. And all he did was cry, right? Facts again. Oh my gosh. Let's see here. This one is just, that's. Jersey Girl, I am not going to be able to read your comments and get through this live and not act up because this is. This is hilarious. This is too funny. Okay. I will sit down and think about all the things that he's done and repair. He better, because the ass whooping that he's getting is not no normal. It's not a normal behind cutting at all. It's not a normal L at all. He clearly, I've been doing that Diddy trial on my channel, and I always say Diddy doesn't need therapy. He needs an exorcism. Drake might need one too, because whatever in the hell he did, whoo, ciao.
Oh, Drake.
There was a flyer going around of a bunch of OVO members who were organizing a protest outside of.
There was, supposed to be this whole OVO takeover show.
Now how the hell you gonna have an OVO takeover outside of the venue for the Kendrick concert? When they had that announcement, I already said, "Oh, the police gonna shut that down." But then when I found out part of this strategy was y'all were gonna what y'all gonna do? Pull up your cars. You're gonna try to get as close to the arena as you could. Pull up your cars, turn up music, Drake music, and then you were gonna be handing out pizza and hoodies. That was the plan. And then when they saw whatever footage they had of who had gathered, I was like, 5 people? Are you serious right now? That's a lame plan. Almost as lame as Drake planning to get with Kai and stream live during the first opening night. And then he postponed it. I hate he postponed it. I wish he would have streamed, because the amount of trolling that would have happened on that live to Drake while he's trying to distract from the fact that Kendrick is in Toronto and your hometown is rooting for Kendrick. Your hometown, they are on their feet for Kendrick. Your hometown, out of all the other cities that have gone to, they are demanding an encore. And you thought you were going to be on the stream with Kai and you were going to distract, because what were they giving away? I think they were giving away like $300,000. It's going to be something crazy, split up across 20 winners or some BS. I hate to cancel it, because the level of trolling that was going to happen that night on that stream, that would have, first of all, provided us content creators more content.
Kendrick, whose city this is, protesting.
There was 3 people outside.
Yo.
Behind me, we have a group of pro-Drake protesters who are trying to make sure that everyone who attends this concert knows exactly whose city this is.
I'm here to support Drake. I got a speaker with just playing Drake's best hits.
Hold on, wait a minute. I know he did not show his ass out there with that little speaker on the side talking about he out here. What the? If you don't take your
other places in the States too.
You don't think he can go there,
hold on. Did I lose our spot? Hold on. Let me get back to where we were. What?
I don't think what they were playing.
Hold on. Because I know I didn't see this little man outside with a little speaker. Hold on. Told y'all I'm trying to multitask over here and got this tequila and got me just going all in the wrong direction. Let me get myself together. Okay, hold on. Here we go. This is a little bit closer. Okay.
Behind me, we have a group of pro-Drake protesters who are trying to make sure that everyone who attends this concert knows exactly whose city this is.
Yeah, what's going on? This dude, you drove from wherever you came from. I don't even care if you were just a few blocks away from the venue. You came up here with this right here. What kind of protest is this right here? What this supposed to do? What is this supposed to do? But make y'all look as lame as Drake has been looking since this beef started. What is this supposed to do? Oh my God.
I'm here to support Drake. I got a speaker with just playing Drake's best hits. We got a group chat and everyone in the group chat's pulling up and showing love.
When are they pulling up and showing love? We only see
poor thing. Look. I got to read this comment from Jersey Girl. Now that Pusha T has been uncensored, he really need to worry, because Pusha T might finish what he started with the story of Adidon. He might finish peeling it back layer by layer. Let me tell you something. Yes, and yes, some more. Because when that story came out, what was it? Rolling Stone a couple of weeks ago, where Pusha T was talking about how he was censored. And I'm so glad that story came out, because that also in part speaks to how Drake has thrown such a tantrum about Not Like Us, because he was accustomed to UMG stopping whatever he thought needed to be stopped, and for his sake. He was accustomed to that. So it probably like they threw holy water on his ass when they said, no, we're not doing that. We're not doing anything to prevent anything from coming out. We're not stopping this song from Kendrick because the bars, we're not doing any of that. He has responded, I feel, largely the way he has with his lawsuit and spiraling further, like how Kendrick said he would, because he was accustomed to UMG doing that for him. Because to find out that you had been censoring Pusha T, that is wild. So yeah, and I can't wait for that Clips album to drop, because whoo, and I want to hear, what is it? Let God Sort Them Out. I can't wait. Okay, let's jump back into it.
Outside of
there was, supposed to be this whole OVO takeover, show Kendrick whose city this is, protest, and
there was 3 people outside.
Yo,
behind me, we have a group of pro-Drake protesters who are trying to make sure that everyone who attends this concert knows exactly whose city this is.
I'm here to support Drake. I got a speaker with just playing Drake's best hits. We got a group chat, and everyone in the group chat's pulling up and showing love.
When are they pulling up and showing love? We only see a small group of people here so far.
Around 7.
I'm gonna lie to you. I don't think the Toronto Raptors go win the championship for the next 40 years. This is a curse.
Nobody's here because of Kendrick. All right.
Oh, so sad. Nobody's here because of this is just so sad, y'all. This is just so sad. I mean, what do you call this? Is this is something worse than delusion? What exactly do you call this? Jersey girl, you are cracking me up. You are cracking me up. All right, let's get back into it.
The only reason that this concert is going on is because of SZA. This guy had to lower the prices by like $300 to just have people.
Why these people like this? Is this what y'all call the glazing? Because why are these people like this? Why? I honestly do not think Kendrick Lamar fans would do this. If this was Drake's concert in a venue, and let's say he had won a beef with Kendrick against Kendrick, I just don't see Drake fans. I don't see Kendrick fans doing this. This is so sad and lame, and I think it is symbolic of their leader.
Still be here.
I mean, I got my tickets for 20.
He damn near so like he finna cry. Go ahead.
Is going on is because of SZA. This guy had to lower the prices by like $300.
Yeah, he finna cry. He finna cry again.
As a fan, if you got to do all of that, y'all niggas is really shaky. Like, look.
That's what I'm saying. What is wrong with you people?
Look within yourself. Look in the mirror and say, is this something that I really want to do?
Last night, I realized, and it's not all Canadians or Torontonians. It's the niggas that was in the building. They're culturally clueless. They don't realize that Kendrick is dissing their entire. He's dissing Drake.
Oh, now this right here, this one, him and Maul, they're in competition for who's the lead Supreme. Because, like I said, it's Drake and the Supremes. So, Academics is definitely one of the 3 Supremes. And what do you mean? Just
100%. But he's in dissing their entire existence. After that,
Kendrick is not dissing all of Canada.
Drake, you better start claiming Houston, bro. That shit's over.
Certain voices were trying to push the narrative that Not Like Us, others Canada. That Not Like Us was a diss to everybody from Canada. It wasn't just Drake.
And this idea of they not like us, I want to let all of you Canadians, no nigga from the West Coast think any of you Canadians are like them.
Vic, I love that this show happened because even on social media, I'm seeing because it felt like people were going America versus Canada. This just seemed to bring people together, and it was never about that.
To watch somebody celebrate the idea of kicking the back end of your entire cultural and existence.
I'm so sick of this damn Supreme right here. I'm so sick. Between this Supreme, Bottom 5, and Maul, they are just the whiniest bitch I've ever seen in my life. Just like, oh my God, you just are so pathetic with an extra ick.
I looked at Toronto as a place that was lost last night. I said, wow.
They is the people outside the culture of hip hop, whether they're culture vultures trying to come in, whether they're people who speak down on it.
Exactly. It's just like when people went and Meet the Grams, when people were saying that well, I'm gonna use Meet the Grams as the reason why what people were saying they not like us. Like Kendrick was trying to say something about him being biracial. Clearly not. When he said to his son in Meet the Grams, "You're a black man." So clearly he was not trying to say because you're biracial, you're not black. But people tried to take that and try to spin a narrative. But nobody who is any kind of thinking person, definitely not a Kendrick fan for sure, bought into any of that foolishness because that is clearly not what Kendrick was saying.
Us is the culture of hip hop.
Had Drake won, had the entire situation been in reverse, I don't know if, with how territorial Los Angeles is, just in general, LA is super territorial. I wonder whether or not he would be able to do the same thing. And that's not a knock to Drake. It's just how unique this really is.
That is something that I am trying to do a video on, a scripted video on, just really thinking through the psychology of what happened in Toronto. That is something I really want to do a video. I cannot imagine a primary LA audience doing to Kendrick what Toronto fans did to Drake. And again, I'm not talking about dancing or going out to see Drake and all that. No, a bunch of people in LA, of course, going to go and see Drake. Drake is still a big artist, whether we like it or not. But I'm talking about demanding an encore from Kendrick Lamar's biggest op in his hometown of LA. I don't think that would happen. I just don't think that would happen. I do think what happened in Toronto, especially the encore, I think that was like, whoa. They really, Drake, what did you do?
Imagine the inverse happening in some Wally world, some weird ass world where Drake is in Compton and they're singing the same thing about Kendrick. Can't imagine it, can you?
I cannot.
The nigga says on the song, you think the Bay gonna let you disrespect Pop, nigga? I think that Oakland show gonna be a last stop, nigga. Can't even lie. I think that Toronto show might have been Kendrick's best show. Shit's crazy. I can't believe it.
Is that the most impactful diss line of all time?
It's one of them. It's up there.
And this one right here, what's his name? Ish. This one right here. He gets on my nerves too. Because he's just a 1-2 step away from being one of Drake's Supremes as well. Okay. I only got 3 Supremes right now with Drake. Okay. But he is a step away from me making it 4 Supremes. Okay. Because he gets on my nerves on Drake, other topics. But yeah, he's one of those jaw tight when the beef was going on because people were celebrating Kendrick so much. That jaw was tight.
Trying to strike a chord, and it's probably A minor.
It's up there.
I'm trying to think what's
I don't know
worse.
if any other like that shit just rings out in
maybe one of them hit 'em up lines.
Stadiums.
This is the biggest embarrassment to an artist. The whole thing about Drake being like,
it is. And let me just say again, Jersey Girl, you are knocking it out the park with your comments. All of these comments, you are knocking it out the park. Everything you are saying, I agree with. Absolutely everything you are saying.
I'm the mayor of the 6. I'm the biggest person 6.
Canada, Toronto. I'm gonna holler at Trump, man. Y'all gotta become the 51st.
This is the biggest embarrassment to an artist. The whole thing about Drake being like, I'm the mayor of the six, I'm the biggest person of six.
Canada, Toronto, I'm gonna holler at Trump, man. Y'all gotta become the 51st state, man. After what I seen last night.
See, this is another reason why I don't like this little Supreme over here. I don't like this little man, this little big man. I do not like him for a lot of reasons. I'm not gonna get distracted from the purposes of this live. But when I tell you I do not like academics for a whole lot of reasons. Oh.
Y'all need some exercises in pride.
This is why somebody like Drake got to watch who he associate himself with. Because while he got this shit pending or whatever, the lawsuit and all of that, which is frivolous, you got your man running around doing goof shit like this.
Knock off every door in the Noble Hotel. Not even cut everything off.
And look at bottom five dumbass. Look at him. Trying to find the hotel where Kendrick is. First of all, you won't even breathe the same air of Kendrick Lamar. You will never be allowed to get that close to Kendrick Lamar. But you are glazing this hard for Drake that you are actually out here in these streets, or so you're claiming. But I think he is a crash out dummy. You are out here in these streets actually looking for Kendrick Lamar. Really? That's really what you're doing. And if Drake's dumb, lame ass had any sense, he would have called this dumbass, who obviously needs a hair transplant. I don't know if that's in this video or not, but the brother is struggling. Okay. He would have told him, stand down, clown. Dumbass.
Man about everything. He's a bitch.
Really?
There it was. Let me back up. Let me show y'all where this dude needs a man weave. Where? Come on. I think I could get there. Let me back it up just a little bit. Maybe I went back too far, but they show it. They show
shit like this.
Knock off every door in the Noble Hotel. Not even cut everything off. Man about everything. He's a bitch.
Really? This is him going into what is assumed to be a lobby in a Noble.
Hey, Big Yen, thank you for coming through. Appreciate the support.
Hotel. Don't know where he got it from that Kendrick is staying there, but he found a room where all the doors is locked and then turned the camera on to express how all the doors is locked.
Y'all not gonna be able to smell Kendrick's cologne. Not even in the elevator once you get off.
Right.
Y'all not gonna be able to get near him. I mean, who's shocked by this?
You know, Top 5 promised that he was gonna get
the name is Bottom 5.
His hand somehow on Kendrick, and he was going to disrupt the things that was going on, and he made every excuse. Oh, we got security.
But I went for myself. Well, 100 young boys trying to see Kendrick Lamar, man. Man, lock the door on me, man.
Stop the cap.
He's running
Please stop it.
around through hotels trying to see if he's going to open a door, and Kendrick Lamar is magically going to be sitting there taking a pose or some shit.
He probably ain't nothing but mops behind there.
I'm not coming there tonight, but I got a suite there tonight. I got a suite up in there.
I ain't going.
This dumbass. I tell you what. I wish I could say on YouTube what I really wanted to say. I wish I could say it. I can't say it, y'all. They won't allow me to say it. Okay, I don't want the channel to get taken down. But one day I'm gonna have me a Patreon or something so I can use all the words that I really want to use. That I really want to use, especially for Drake and his Supremes. I really want to say the things.
I ain't going.
They ain't gonna let you in?
They have a fucking thing that says call 911 if you see this kid.
No.
Oh, really?
See that? See right there? See that right there? What they call that right there? Colleague, what is that? See that there? That's the same way Top 5 hair look. So you might want to stand down, go get that. I mean, you friends with Drake, can't you get some what you need? Some hair plugs or some what you need up in there? What? Cause that right there, that's the same way Top 5 hair look when he lifted that hat. Boy, I don't know what's going on in your life, but what's all that right there?
We had people from Canada tweeting that Kendrick was the king of Canada. Huh?
I've never seen a man keep his foot in another man's ass for this long.
I didn't like the fact that they turning up to him dissing Canada.
The way the crowd was saying one more time, that broke my heart.
Oh, it broke your heart. It broke your heart because they said one more time against your Diana Ross, aka Drake. Little Supreme. It broke your heart.
It broke my. I can't even go out today, man. I can't even go out today. Man. We don't want to hear you singing no more.
Oh, that is such a good video. That video that I just reacted to is on the WRI channel. So please check out their channel. I also have the link to the original video in the description box. And I appreciate you all so much coming through. Please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you all so much for all of the comments. I really, really appreciate that. And if you are not a subscriber already, please consider subscribing to the channel. I appreciate your support. I might be back on later because I got a couple of other videos I'd like to do, but I don't know. Kind of depends on how this tequila hits, and I also got to watch Love Island at 9:00. But I may be back. Who knows? But thank y'all for coming through. I appreciate it, and as always, bye y'all.